Just a quick question on the schedule from this season. I know you guys are about a third of the way in. Just curious on your thoughts on it. Do you like it? And not just the fact that you're playing the same team, obviously back to back most times, but the fact that you're staying in the same city.
Yeah, I think it's been very good actually with the travel. The travel's been easier. I think just being able to play and stay in the same city and take 2 games off the schedule where you're not kind of coming in and out. It's cuts down on the travel and just makes it a lot easier for the recovery. Although we are playing, it seems a little more frequently.
Do you feel any fresher in the second game that you might otherwise, coming home and playing a game?
I haven't really noticed. I mean, every game's kind of different, but I just think that overall, we've got the sense that, or the feeling that the travel has definitely been easier. I think it's nice to play all the teams in the league, but obviously this is the way they were able to come up with something that works.
We'll go now to Mark Lazarus with The Athletic. Laz, your mic is active. You can go ahead, please.
Duncan, you're out there playing with 3 or 4, rookie defensemen every night, and they're playing well. I mean, is that fun for you to be out there with those guys and to kind of, we've talked about shepherding them along, but just to be actually playing alongside them?
Yeah, it's obviously a different situation for me. It seemed like I was always a young guy coming up, growing up, and now it's reversed, and it's fun. You can see how they kind of going through a lot of a big learning curve. Just being a part of the NHL and playing in different buildings for the first time and playing against teams for the first time that they, players and just, the hotels, everything. I think it's great for them, and it's fun to be a part of.
We talk a lot about Patrick Kane kind of, trying to, for lack of a better word, steal things from young players and adapt them to his game. Do you do that too? Do you like to, see what these new guys are bringing up skill wise and see if you can integrate it into your game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can learn from everybody. It's not just, a young guy learning from an older player. I feel like I said this last time we talked, didn't we? But yeah, I try to learn from as many people as I can, and the young guys bring a lot to the table in that. It's not just their youthful energy or, whatever you want to call it, but they've got, they're, in the NHL for a reason, and they've got special things about their game. So it's nice to kind of watch and see what they do as well.
We'll go now to Phil Thompson with the Chicago Tribune. Phil, your mic's active. You can go ahead, please.
Thank you. Duncan, you've obviously gone through the process of learning how to win with a team. Now you have younger teammates and new teammates. What's that process like, relearning how to do that with a new group, and what do you see from them is they're learning how to win?
Well, I think we're all in it together. I mean, I know a lot gets made of the youth and whatnot, but we've got a good mix of older guys and guys that have been around, and then younger guys, and so we're all in it together. And I think we've just been building from the start. We played a good team in Tampa Bay that basically, I think, set the standard and showed us the standard, and I think that was a good thing looking back, because as time's gone on, I feel like we've gained confidence in our. Can you hear me?
Losing the connection.
Our team's gained confidence in the way we play, and we feel that we can compete with anybody.
We'll go now to Nick Ismondi from WGN Radio. Nick, your mic's active. You can go ahead.
Hey, Duncan. Thanks for actually doing this afternoon. Tell me about, you talk about how you used to be the young guy. Now you're kind of the older guy, but your level of performance, your athleticism, it's always been impressive. How do you keep that going on such a consistent basis, even given it being a weird year and a weird summer and a light training camp? How have you kept so high level in terms of your performance, your fitness, your game speed?
Well, it has been a unique challenge. I guess I didn't envision, and nobody did, but I guess it's different for everybody. For me, it's hitting me later in the career where you got to adjust, and for me, that's it's been a challenge, but try to embrace that challenge in what it was, and it was a lot of time to look at the game and analyze things and just focus on the things that I always do, and whether in the gym and training. And I think starting that at an early age has helped me, and I built the foundation, and just kind of try to keep adding layers and year after year.
I love the article from Emily Kaplan the other day about, you kind of put the focus on some things that not a lot of people talk about: the mental side, the breathing side, the other aspects of the game of hockey, and the fitness side that don't really get a lot of spotlight. Is there more you want to elaborate on that, and just how much of a difference that's maybe made for you even later in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think every individual is different, and for me, I enjoy that aspect of it. It's not just for sports, but also, health and, for your life. But, I think I just been doing it for a long time, and it's just kind of over the years, you try to learn more and more on things that are going to try to help make you better as a player. And, breathing and those type of things was just another avenue. There's lots of information out there, and just try to learn from everybody you come into contact with. You can learn something from everybody, right? And had a lot of good trainers over the years, and just feel like it's been a huge thing for my career.
We have time for a few more. We'll go to Ben Pope with the Chicago Sun-Times. Ben, your mic's active. You can go ahead.
Hey, Duncan. All this talk about mentoring the young defensemen and everything, but what's your sort of relationship like with the other veteran defensemen, with the Hahn and Murphy? What are you guys' conversations with each other like?
Well, we have conversations just like we would kind of with anybody on the team. I don't really, I don't always, I think these young guys they're young, but it's not like, they're kids. It's, I think as Murphy's, been around now for a while, and I can tell that he's, gained some confidence, and he's become more vocal as the years have gone on, which is a good thing. Our team needs as much leadership as we can get, and those guys have really, I think over the years become more and more leaders on the team, and so those guys, we talk about the game and ways that we can improve it and get better. But it's just fun joking around with all the guys.
Thanks.
Yeah. We'll go now to Chris Bowden with WGN Radio. Chris, your mic's active. Go ahead.
Hey, Duncan, yesterday, Jeremy mentioned something about what he wants to see from rookies or young players in order to gain their trust or have trust in them. And he mentioned, a controlled aggression, a confidence, a decisiveness to minimize hesitation, and not let the opponent in the stage get too big. How important is that for defensemen to realize that at this young age and not get kind of swallowed up by the moment and some of the players that they're playing against?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's that kind of goes back to the mental battle that you as a player, we all play in our own little heads who we're playing against, and it's their first few games in the NHL, and I'm sure there's some nerves there too. Maybe the fans not being around and nobody in the building kind of takes some of that pressure off. Who knows? But bottom line is that you gotta be assertive, and it's not just a young defenseman. It's all of us. It's myself too. We've gotta, constantly focus on those things, those little details that help you in the bigger picture.
Thanks, Duncan. We appreciate your time.